Hey guys, this is Starry from StarrySky Gaming, and welcome to this Game Update 37 Earth Revamped Melee DPS Loadout video and skill points. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be showing you the PowerPoints, the loadouts, the reasons why I've chosen these loadouts, and the reasons why I didn't choose other skills in particular. And then I'll show you the Weapon Mastery skill point build, and then we'll go to the rotation. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, so in the Geokinesis trees, I have PowerPoints in Earthen Grip, Shards, Crystal, well, Crystal and Golem, Crystal and Brick if you want to put it that way, Striking Stones, Sediment Burst, which is meant to be Soothing Hands according to patch notes, Fortified Golem, Debris Field, Reinforce, and in Seismic Tree, I have PowerPoints in Stone, Pebble Blast, Upheaval, Gemstone Shield, Jackhammer. Iconics, Tactical Genius, Weapons Expert. Okay, so let's go to loadout, and then we'll go back and I'll say why I didn't choose some particular skills. Now, Pebble Blast, it has had some changes to it though. Even though it says blast your target with piercing pebbles damage in it and puts a data effect on that one target, what it's not telling you, but it does say in the patch notes, is that Pebble Blast itself hits one target, but anything around that target gets a daze effect put onto it. So now Pebble Blast is a spammable daze effect skill. But the only problem with with Pebble Blast at the moment though is if you hit one target, it will do power interaction and damage, right? And everything else around it will have daze effect on it. But if you hit the same target with Pebble Blast, you get no damage. I think the skill's kind of buggy at the moment though, but still, this is the test server. Then we have our Debris Field. This is our damage over time because it takes, well, extra damage from anything that's crushed or dazed, and with this now being a spammable daze skill, this is going to do a lot of damage. Also, we have Jackhammer. This is they've made a nice change to Jackhammer. The first 3 aftershocks, which pretty much means once you've pressed Jackhammer, you tap a melee. The first 3 hits of Jackhammer are power free. Anything else to that costs power. So what you want to do with Jackhammer now is you only want to use the first 3 hits. You just don't want to spam it. So this is our primary AoE damage skill. Plus it's fun to use anyway. Reinforce. Everyone knows what this does. It gives us precision increase, critical increase, you know, just for ourselves. So this just boosts ourselves up quite a bit. Fortified Golem. This works in tank role and it works in DPS role. Now, for only DPS role, this is only going to be used to give our pet more power, and every time it's used, it will shield our pet, making our pet survive longer. And our biggest damage dealing thing overall is Crystal. Crushed and dazed damage. Oh yeah, I thought it did. Supercharge. Yeah. So Crystal now is just insanely strong. It's just a nice way to put it. It's like as strong as Fury from Sorcery. But also Crystal, well, what Crystal does, Crystal will now sit back from distance and just use ranged attacks and just does tons of damage, and we're talking thousands at a time. But the only drawback to using Crystal and Fury come into like a category as class as advanced pets, which means if you're using them, you do not get the critical attack bonus, I should say the critical attack chance and significantly increased attack damage bonus from the weapon masteries. But it's more than worth it though, because Crystal just completely destroys stuff. So, what can you say? Right, now the skills I thought about using, which I didn't use, are Totem. Totem will heal the pet if it's nearby, and it will give me a critical attack chance. Now the buff itself is a 3% critical attack chance and critical ability attack chance. 3% is quite a lot, but overall I would rather have something else in my loadout that is more beneficial towards damage. Plus I'm using Reinforce, so I'm going to have the critical attack chance bonus anyway, so I don't really need a Totem. Plus it's very static and this always adds to kill in other places, so, and the damage from it isn't that good. So I'd rather have like this skill in it to feed my pet more power to just do thousands more damage, and then just completely leave Totem in the, you know, in the dust. Shards itself, it works from range. Damage is just shit. Sorry about the language, but it is just terrible. localized trauma, this used to be really good. Well, it still is good-ish if you're using weapon masteries, and you get the critical bonus. That means basically you're not going to use crystal, just use skill, which overall will not work out, and you'll lose DPS, because as much as this skill is good, it's better to use the pets. And the pets, because they just do so much freaking damage. And I just don't have enough power points to get anything else, really. I've pretty much got everything I would want as enough DPS. Okay, so now to the skill points. So first of all, super speed, well, movement, get your movement mode. And the mastery I'm using is one-handed into dual flurry for melee, and one-handed into solar flame for range. So I go into one-handed, I get my mastery, put my skill points there, unlock the one-handed mastery. Then I would go into dual wield, do the same, put my skill points where needed, unlock the dual wield mastery, go into hand blasters, do the same, unlock the mastery needed. Then I would go back to one-handed, put the skill points in the dual flurry and solar flame, and that would set up all my masteries. And then what I would do is I would go into the rest of the trees and unlock all the critical attack chance and critical attack, whoops, I've actually clicked on brawling, and critical attack damage, and do this for all of the trees. And once I've gone through all the trees, got to the bottom one, finally put it in, what I would do after that is I would I would actually go back to my one-handed, dual wield and hand blasters, and I would get the nice big juicy innates at the bottom. Because now we've got all our mastery set up, we've got our criticals set up, we can now start getting all those nice innates. So what we do is we go back to the first 3 masteries we've done, get the innates from one-handed, dual wield and hand blasters set right at the bottom, and then what we do afterwards is we specifically want to start building our skill points into trees which has precision on the second row at the bottom. So something like staff has precision at the bottom, so we would specifically put skill points in in this one. So we would put 20 skill points here, not to unlock the mastery, but to unlock the innates at the bottom. So we put 20 skill points here, well, including the attacks, to unlock this one, and then we would go into another weapon tree, like rifle, because it has precision on the second row, get precision, put our skill points where we want them to be, to unlock the innates at the bottom, get those, and then we would keep doing that until like all of the precision innates are are filled. So that would be like dual pistols, I think it's bow has it as well, but as you kind of see, I've like ran out of skill points, all that kind of stuff. So that's pretty much how the skill points will be set up. Now all I've got to do is find a sparring target. Hopefully there's some free. Nice. Okay, so what I'll do is I will show you how much exactly the pet crystal does. How much the damage? It should be how much damage the pet crystal does. There's another tongue twister for you. Okay, so this is what it does without any power interaction run. So go crystal, go. You see it eats a lot of power. So it's doing base attacks of like 600 and doing, wow, it's completely gone through the power. It's doing thousands of damage. Okay, so now we're going to put the power interaction on it. First we better give it some power, because crystal seems like a power ball. So let's put the power interaction on it, and then let crystal go away. Okay, put action, give us some power. Go crystal, go. Come on crystal, you're eating power before I can even do anything. Right, there you go. Well, 3.2k with power interaction on. So as you can see, crystal's pretty badass and broken. This is why we're not using like totem and all that kind of stuff to waste time on it. Our main damage is going to be coming from our pets, so the loss of the critical bonus from weapon masteries is more than worth it, because crystal is just, well, beating the shit out of everything. Go crystal, go. Anyway, so the rotation to it is literally going to be, first of all, so we're going to come into a group of ads or a boss, so forth. We're going to make sure our pets. Crystal, stop hitting stuff a minute. She did all that stuff. If I give her power, she'll end up using it all. Right. Let's see if I can actually fill up a power with a supply drop. So that works as well. We can actually give our pet with power through a supply drop as well, so that's good. So right. So when we're coming up to a group of ads or a boss, what we're going to do is we're going to get our power interaction going and clip it with reinforce, and then we go straight into a weapon mastery, and we use jackhammer. So literally it's going to be power interaction, reinforce, damage over time, weapon mastery, straight into jackhammer. First 3 hits, power interaction, and then weapon mastery again, and we're going to have to use the power interaction until our everything's ready off cooldown. As you can see, it's doing quite a lot of damage, but the sparring target really runs around too much. Okay, so more sparring targets, give me some power, would be fantastic. And obviously during that whole time we want to keep our pet powered, but this, wow, the whole power's gone before the cooldown's even finished. It goes through it like it's no tomorrow. Okay, so once again, gonna put our power interaction, clip to reinforce, damage over time, weapon mastery, straight into jackhammer. 1, 2, 3 hits, and then straight into power interaction again. Weapon mastery combo, power interaction, weapon mastery combo, power interaction again with reinforce, damage over time, and then straight into jackhammer. Nice, simple, fun, and a lot of damage. And during that whole time, we pretty much have to keep our pet powered up. It would just be so much easier if the sparring targets just didn't move. That means I'd be able to like maybe hit them both with jackhammer. I think I spent more of my time actually powering crystal than I am actually doing anything else. Alright, I'll wait for the cooldown again on crystal. Okay, so she's gonna have to wait. So let's go. Actually, no, we could do weapon mastery, power interaction, clip to reinforce, damage over time, power of crystal, weapon mastery, straight into jackhammer, power interaction again, weapon mastery, and completely out of power. But you can see the kind of idea from it. Let's kind of see what kind of numbers we can get from jackhammer anyway. So let's put some power interaction down and then just get some jackhammer going. Okay, so the first 3 hits from it, I'm getting almost 2k from 2 of them, and then I got like 900 from another one. So let's try it again. Alright, power interaction, reinforce, jackhammer. So as you can see, when they're critting anything between 400 to 2000, so that's not too bad for a jackhammer since we only want to use the first 3 hits of it. So it only costs power to activate jackhammer, and then the first 3 hits afterwards cost no power. So anyway guys, let me know what you think. This is a melee loadout, but I will be looking into doing a range one, so stay tuned. I hope you enjoy it. For itself, I still think needs a little bit more attention to it, and then it will be, I think, a badass DPS power. You know, let's face it, we all want, well, we've all been hoping that Earth would get fixed, and they're getting around to it. So let's hope and see what happens. So thank you for watching us guys, and until next time, I'll see you then.